Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Oh, hello there. I was just standing here looking up at the stars. Did you know that if you go way out, and I mean way, way out, there's a place where man-made lights don't shine. In that place, there are no car lights, no street lights, no big building lights, no factory lights, no airport lights, and no searchlights. And if you turn off your flashlight and your phone light and let your eyes get used to the dark, then you can see the most amazing thing of all, the lights that God made.
What do you mean, the lights that God made?
That's a good question, Greybobby. I mean the stars in the sky.
But we can see stars every night when we look up in the sky.
That's very true, Betty, but there are way more stars than we can see. The lights that people make block out a lot of the stars that are in the sky. If you were to go far, far out, like I said, and you were to look up into the dark night, you would see more stars than you've ever seen in your life. You would see a thick band of billions of stars that's called the Milky Way. When you see all of those stars, stars you can't see from your front yard or your backyard, you can't help but say, wow.
In Psalm 19:1, the Bible says that the heavens declare the glory of God. And Romans 1:20 tells us that all of creation shows us something about God.
So, if creation is telling us something about God, and the stars make us say, wow, then that means that God is even wower than that.
I don't think wower is a word.
The Bible says, in the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. Those stars are what we call the heavens. Not heaven, meaning the place where God sits enthroned, but the place we would call outer space. And yes, if God makes things that take our breath away, like billions of stars and other things that make us say, wow, you can be sure that He's even wower than that. Awe is the word that we use when we talk about how wow God is. And when we say He is awesome, we don't mean that He is cool. We mean that He fills us with wonder and takes our breath away. Or at least thinking of Him should fill us with wonder. Sometimes we just don't take time to think about how wow He is. A lot of things can turn our thoughts away from God. There are a lot of things that people have made that keep our eyes looking down instead of looking up. That is why God sent Jesus to be the light of the world, so that we could fix our eyes on Him.
The Bible also says in John 14:9, when we have seen Jesus, we have seen the Father.
But how can we see Jesus?
We see Him in His Word, the Bible. When He was with us, He showed us what God is like. And He shows us just how wow, how awesome God is. But we need to ask Him to help us to put aside things that compete for our attention. The things that turn our eyes away from Him. We should be thinking and praying that we would know those things that compete for our attention. What are they? How can we make sure that we are keeping our eyes on Jesus? What are those things in your own life that compete for God's attention? That keep your eyes off of Jesus? Be thinking about that. Well, I better get back to my stargazing.
Hey Betty, take a look at this.
Wow!
Thank you for watching. To stay up to date on our latest videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. To learn more about the adventures of Greybobby, please visit greybobby.com. See you next time.